Second thing God said, I will make my face shine upon you and be gracious to you. My youngest grandson, Ransom, does a lot of things that he's not supposed to do, like any other child. And when he has once been told no, not to do something, he will still approach whatever it is. Maybe it's the switch to the gas fireplace, and he'll put his hand on it and then look at us. So I know that he knows it's wrong. But he's going to do it unless I say to him, no, Ransom. And I say it like that. He begins to cry. Sounds like a lot of Christians. But I can look at Ransom and smile, and he'll return the biggest grin. He loves it when I smile. He hates it when I say no. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm like Ransom. I don't like it when God tells me no. And sometimes I do those things looking over my shoulder, knowing that they're not right, but if God's not going to scream at me, I'm going to go ahead and do them. And then when God says, no, you can't do this, then I pucker up and I start to cry. Just like this 1-year-old. But you know what, as a Christian, life is so much better when God's face is shining upon you. Why do we do those things where we know that God is going to reprimand us? Why do we do those things when we know that God is going to discipline us? Why do we do those things when we know that God is going to say no? My face will shine upon you, and I will be gracious to you. It means that God will act on your behalf. He's thinking of you. He will demonstrate His pleasure with grace. So every time that God is not saying no to me, He is saying yes to me. Bill, I am so proud that you did not say what you were thinking. Bill, I am so proud that you did not take advantage of that situation. Bill, I am so proud that you took the initiative to resolve the problem. Now, be careful. Don't mistake God's shining face, which is a display of His pleasure and grace, with a smiley face. There are those churches that think everything is wonderful, that you will get rich if you just love Jesus. Read your Bible and the day is going to go great. You'll have no problems and your children will grow up to be perfect and all of those kinds of things. God does not have a smiley face. So let's not misunderstand the promise. He said that my face will shine upon you. I will guide you through every difficulty you face. And when you're about to flip the switch to disaster, I will say no. And I may say it in a harsh way. I may say it by putting you in the hospital. I may say it by putting your nation at war. I may say it by your child not speaking to you for a period of time. God said, but I will say it. Because I am your Lord and I'm your shepherd, and my job is to take care of you, and I am not going to let you hurt yourself. I'm not going to let you forget that you are a sheep. Israelites had no idea of where they were going when they left Egypt. They'd been told that they were headed for the promised land, but they didn't know where that was. How would they get there? Exodus 13:21, by day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. My vision is not good in the dark. I see a whole lot better in the light. And because I see better in the light, I might be tempted to believe that I don't need God. I'm a Christian. I know the Bible. I've been ordained for umpteen years. Why do I need God? Pretty much like college students. They leave home, they go to school, they know what their major is going to be, they know what they want to do with their lives. They don't need God, they don't need the church. You see, most sheep, most of us Christians, make our mistakes not in the dark, but in the light, when we think that we know what we're doing and where we're headed. That's the real tragedy. I'm grateful to God that He promised to send us a cloud to guide us. And in the night, when you really don't know where you are, He said, I will get your attention in some dramatic way, and I will lead you through every crisis. Now, we're confident that God will lead us through the crisis. Hunter and Shar, God is going to lead you through this, and I know that. I'm absolutely sure of that. But when this crisis is over, when the daylight has returned, will they continue to let God lead them? See, and that's where you and I fail most. We just feel like that we can make it, and we don't need God. The third thing God said, I will turn my face toward you and give you peace. Peace is what I long for in my life. I think, when I die, I so look forward to hearing God say, well done. But there's something that's better than that. Well done would indicate that I've done certain things and did them right, and, but the thing that is better is if God says, nice try. You tried. You see, I'm so oriented toward thinking that I've got to succeed to please God, and God says, no, that's not true, Bill. You just give it a nice try. And that may be far better than anything you've accomplished. But the greatest blessing of all will be to hear God say, let's see what I can do. I'm going to stand before God. He is righteous. And even though I'm a preacher, even though I am saved, I am a sinner. And the best thing I will hear God say is, let's see what I can do. And He'll roll back the pages of history as if it were that very moment. And Jesus will hang on the cross. And God will say, see what I did? I took all of your sin, past, present, and future, and I nailed them to the cross. They are paid for.